Two characters across two mediums in separate situations. This may sound like these two characters would be very different, but they have similar character traits. Margie has similarities with the character in the video game Final Fantasy XV called Gladius. Neither of them are afraid to voice their opinions to people above them. You can apply the following traits to both of the characters: blunt, free-spoken, and honest. Next, let's take a look at the evidence from Final Fantasy XV, a cutscene towards the climax of the game. Before we get to the cutscene, let's go over some brief information. Noctis, who is being confronted by Gladius, is the king of an empire. A few weeks before the train, they were in Altissia, where Noctis awoke a god to try to get a blessing from it, or the god's powers to say, as it works in the game. This caused his fiancée to die, but also caused damage and death to thousands, if not millions of people in Altissia. And now, on their journey to make things right, per se. And this is where we are on the train, a few weeks later after the events of Altissia.
So, we're gonna roll through Tenebrae.
Not before visiting the royal tomb at Cartanica.
You're sure you're up to that?
The wounds have mended. Eyesight's a matter of time.
The hell is wrong with you?
What?
We're not stopping in Tenebrae. You need to grow up and get over it.
I am over it. I'm here, aren't I?
Maybe when you're not too busy moping, you can look around and give a shit about someone worse off than you.
Let's pause and take a look at this quote. People that are worse off than him. So he is, moping about his fiancée that died, which, is sad, but his actions, while caused the death of his fiancée, also caused the death of thousands of people and damage to their homes and properties. And that's what Gladius is trying to get at there. And they're trying to do something, and Noctis, is just like shutting down, doing nothing at all. And this is where he is talking to him, and he's going to speak his mind and tell him what he thinks.
Let go of me.
How's that ring fit you? You rather carry it around than wear it? She gave her life so you could do your duty, not so you could sit around feeling sorry for yourself.
You don't think I know that?
You don't! Ignis took one for you too. And for what?
Enough, Gladio.
You think you're a king, but you're a coward.
Shut up! Don't do this! I get it, all right? I get it! Knocked!
Leave him.
Now, you could say either character, Noctis or Gladius, are in the wrong or in the right of what they did. But what we do know is that Gladius, he will stand up for what his opinion is or what he thinks, no matter who he's talking to, whether that be a king that's way above him or someone else. And we can also see this maybe on a lesser scale, but on page 92 of Persepolis, we have Margie, that in response to his father saying, "What do you think to make strawberry soda?" She says back, "Don't talk to my mother like that," like yelling. And to her father, which is obviously higher than herself, if you put it like in like a hierarchy stance, a father is going to be like more than a child, you know. So that basically says that both of them, they're able and will talk up to someone that is more superior than them in like a social class manner. Our next example from Persepolis is on page 74. Margie says, "Shut up, you, get out of my life, I never want to see you again." Then the next panel she says, "Get out." This can go back to our three character traits stated at the beginning of the video. Blunt, free-spoken, and honest. She's being honest with her god that she doesn't want to see them again, even if it's a snap or like getting really mad just in the moment. She is not afraid to say that to someone who is above her in a sense, like, you know, usually God is above everyone else. So she is not afraid to say that. We have taken a look at 3 examples across Final Fantasy 15 and Persepolis that demonstrated the 3 characters' traits of blunt, free-spoken, and honest. We can see none of them hold back what they are going to say, no matter who it is they're talking to. They do not spare any niceties when they're talking to people, and they are very straightforward on what they think. They are blunt, they are straight to the point, no niceties at all. And this shows us that while 2 characters that can be very different in different situations, different worlds, different everything, can still come back and still connect these character traits together, and we can see how they interact with people can sometimes be similar even across different worlds. As we come to a close in this video, we have demonstrated that the character traits of blunt, free-spoken, and honest apply to both of the characters, and that they both are able to stand up to someone who is higher than them in a social hierarchy stance. We can see that both characters, they are willing to stand up for themselves and other people, even if that person is higher than themselves. In this, I think we can take it a bit out of context and say, for basically anything, they are willing to defend what they think, even if the opinion of other people around them is different from theirs. They're not afraid to speak up. The thing is what I'm trying to get at. They are free-spoken. They don't care what other people think. They're going to do what they think is right. That ends off our comparison of character traits between Margie and Gladius from their respective medias.